Hello and welcome to the South Wales Wedding Podcast by Music HQ. Each week we lift the veil on one of South Wales' leading wedding suppliers and get to know the real people behind the business. Over to you, Suze.
Hello and welcome to the South Wales Wedding Podcast. I'm Susie Aston.
And I'm Ryan Aston.
From Music HQ. And today we are joined by a wonderful wedding planner from here in South Wales, Laura Beth. Now, Laura Beth started out working in kitchens and then front of house. She was even playing in bands and then went on to run events. Laura's been hopping between roles in the wedding industry for almost 15 years, and she knows what brings everything together and how to throw the best parties. We can vouch for that. She initially graduated in dance. I bet you've got some shapes on the dance floor, girlfriend.
Many talents.
Yeah, but she knew that was not the path for her, and we are glad of that because she's a wonderful wedding planner. And then after a few terribly mind-numbing, boring, she says, jobs in sales, she found her way back to the wedding industry. She's now got a fabulous wedding planning business and she also provides staff for those DIY couples. Laura, welcome.
Hello.
So nice of you to join us today.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
So the idea of the podcast is to get to know you rather than talk too much about what you do. But I do feel like we should maybe establish...
Touch on it a
little bit. So why don't you tell us what it is you do?
So I suppose I call myself a wedding planner. That's what everyone's going to know it as. I plan weddings. I bring everything together. I make the party happen, take the stress off the couples, all that sort of thing. And then, as you just mentioned, my other business is I send teams out to work with catering companies and do their front of house, serving food and things. So for more like DIY couples that don't have everything kind of in-house in a big venue, they want to bring it all together. So yeah, that's what I do. And
Brilliant.
It's great fun.
So have you always been an organisation freak?
No, not at all. My friends laugh at me, the fact that I am a wedding planner. Absolute zero organisation in my personal life. Just carnage.
I hear you, girl.
But we can pull it together for work.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm very good at organising for other people. Just not.
You know
for
what? I
myself.
think that's why, because we're so busy organising everyone else's stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to our own socials, and I'm just useless.
Yeah.
So you're a spreadsheet queen now, are you, these days?
Oh, I'm pretty good with a spreadsheet. I think that's the only way to kind of bring stuff together. It's the really glamorous side of the industry, isn't it? I think, well, all businesses run on spreadsheets, don't they?
Joy.
Yeah, I don't even know what to
I don't
open
think
a
Ryan's
spreadsheet,
ever seen a spreadsheet in his life, actually.
Are you the spreadsheet girl then?
Yeah.
No, our business partner Martin is the spreadsheet boy.
There we go.
We're the creatives.
Yeah.
We get to do the fun
I
stuff.
want to be the creative.
Yeah, I mean, you organised our wedding, didn't you? I say you, it was me mostly.
Yeah, but ours was pretty small, really,
Yeah,
all things
but
considered. But I personally think a wedding planner is money well spent. I think people underestimate.
Tell everyone that.
Well, yeah,
No,
you know,
it's got to be, because at the end of the day, you have, well, I say most people, they're organising a wedding for the first time. Yeah. Like, why not employ an expert that knows every supplier, knows how it works, knows what you need to do, the process. Honestly, I think next time I get married, I'll probably use a wedding planner. maybe for the 10-year anniversary soon.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll come and plan for you
There
guys.
you go.
This is it though. I do think people really underestimate how much stress it is to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
You can get rid of that overwhelm for them, make it easy. And like Ryan said, you know the experts, you know all the people in South Wales who are the best of the best, aka Music HQ. Sure, get it in there. So yeah, that's what Laura does. Okay, we don't want to talk too much shop today though.
No.
We want to get to know you and the person behind the business. We know you're fabulous at what you do, but we want to get to know you, girlfriend.
So we have got a list of questions. I think we should just maybe work through them, see how we get on. We're going to start with, though, music.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask you, what was your first gig?
What was my first gig? Oh my god. I think it was quite a cool one actually, and I was quite old when I went to my first gig. I was about 17, but it was Reading Festival.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Which I think is actually quite a good introduction.
trial
I mean,
by
it's
fire.
a heavy
Yeah, the Australian.
introduction into the industry. But yeah, that's where I first went.
So
Wow.
17, heading to Reading Festival.
Yeah.
Do you remember who was headlining?
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Wow, girlfriend.
What a great gig.
I hope so. Yeah. Someone's
So-
going to
it's
look
all a
back
bit
at
of a
that now and
blur.
be like, no, that wasn't the headliner that year. Or they've
Yeah.
never headlined.
But were they your standout band? Are they your...
I was a bit of a rocker.
Right.
Like, I was into the emo scene at that age.
Oh,
yeah.
she's an emo.
I was. Much for my sins. But yeah, no, that was definitely my scene back then.
And you did was it a weekend or
Yeah, the weekend.
camped and everything?
I did, yeah. It
Whoa.
was, interesting.
How was
Very
that?
impressive.
I'm not a camper anymore.
No,
so-
I see you as more of a
Glamper.
VIP camper,
Yeah.
glamping girl.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I want to do.
From here on in, it's glamping, guys,
Yeah.
just so you know. Do you have an album that you go to?
Oh, I'm really bad with music. I jump all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm not like a set kind of, this is the band I love and I always go for it. Really into country music these days.
Oh,
I've been for a while and it's
nice.
kind of gaining popularity now, which is quite
Well, thanks to
nice.
Beyonce. The
Favorite,
Simpsons.
favorite
Woo!
artist, favorite country, new country they call it now. Am I
Yeah,
right?
I'm like Thomas Rhett kind of, it's that kind of romantic country I quite
Right,
like.
okay.
Yeah.
They have
Easy
they have this
listening.
amazing ability to write the cheesiest lyrics ever.
Oh, yeah.
But they actually, it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The cheesier the better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fully up for that.
Country music is
Sing it in my car.
Give us a song now. No, don't.
I am not singing in front of you guys, I can tell you that now.
Oh. Well, look, I like to know when I chat to people, I want to know the inside info from South Wales. So I love food and drinking, and I like to know where other people go to dine out. If you were going to a restaurant tonight,
Yeah.
where would you be going to?
Oh, that's a really hard one. And I love my food.
Swansea, Cardiff,
Cardiff
area.
is usually my go-to.
Go on.
Yeah.
There's a tapas place in Cardiff. And am I going to remember the name of it right now?
Is it opposite pasture?
Possibly, yeah.
I think
down
I
that
have.
church.
Yeah. I think
Is
I've
it
seen
Church
it.
Lane?
That part
area.
of Cardiff.
It's- yeah.
They've got-
Is it called Church
Street, is
something,
it? Something,
where
yeah.
pasture is and all of those. It's got it going on at the moment,
has
hasn't
a nice
it?
little area. Lots of little independent ones.
Yeah.
Like, I love like the Italian kind of Mediterranean food. So
Nice.
There's some good options down there.
Yeah, Cardiff has got it going on at the moment. And okay, so if you were ordering a drink at said restaurant
Yeah.
or nearby bar, what's your go-to?
Well, this is an easier one.
Go.
Espresso martini every time.
Really?
Yeah. Love an espresso martini. And a good one as well.
Yeah.
Like, not the pre-mix ones. You
What's
need a
the?
good one.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They have to be handmade
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
scratch.
A really good
Not like
bar
an
person that can
not
do
like
it.
an espresso with like a.
No, we need proper ones.
An espresso?
Yeah. No, I've seen it done.
What, with an actual
Yeah,
Nespresso?
they've just taken a. Yeah, they're the bad ones. Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I would say that's quite good.
No, you need
Have a
like
little-
I think
You
it has to
need
be
a
done with
proper
a
ground
proper
bean,
ground
yeah.
beans. Yeah.
I can never make them good at home. I've tried.
I've never tried to make an espresso
You need a
martini.
beans a couple of.
Maybe we need to try. There we
You're
go.
big into coffee, aren't you?
Well, yeah, basically runs
Bit
through
much
my
really at
veins.
times.
Yeah. I don't function without it, to be honest.
No, but there's like knocks on the door every 2 minutes with bags of coffee.
New
from...
beans.
Have you heard about that coffee that comes from the squirrel poo? Is it that one? Is it squirrel poo?
It is something like that.
Some
not,
sort of-
not going to say I've tried
Some
it.
sort of jungle creature. It's very meant to be. I haven't tried it.
Squirrels in the
If
jungle.
anyone's got any squirrel poo
Squirrels in
coffee,
the jungle.
please send it in to us. Okay, let's move
You
on.
can try it, I'll
Let's
stay
move
over
off the squirrel poo topic. If you were going to sit down and chill, watch TV, I'm sure you don't get much time to watch TV, do you? Because you're a new mum.
Yeah, mum to a 2-year-old.
2-year-old,
No
that's
so
a
you're
good
in it- you're in it then,
age.
you're
I
That's-
mean, he's the best.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
can
love
imagine.
it, but it's constant at this
Yeah,
age.
it's
There's
constant.
no sitting and chilling.
Okay, so but if you were able to chill, if you were ever able to watch a movie, what would it be? Child free.
I'm such a bad person to ask this question.
Not
to.
Bluey.
Do you
My
mean, like-
partner
do you mean,
loves
like,
me.
What style of movie?
No, just
Or,
your
like-
favourite movie.
Okay,
like
favourite
what
movie, okay.
what movie would you?
So there's a running joke. I fall asleep every time we put a film on. I think that's my one time I get to be quiet. And I just lie there and I'm like, I'm out of it. Even in the cinema, I'll fall asleep. I'm so bad. So I've seen many films halfway through.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your best film to watch halfway?
I love like a rom-com,
Yeah.
like the old classics, the
Yeah.
Bridget Jones and
Yeah.
that kind of, just easy watching. Because anything complicated, well, I'm not going to follow it anyway. So, yeah, I'm a really exciting date at the cinema.
Bridesmaids. That's one of our films.
Bridesmaids is
Yeah,
great,
it's a good
isn't
film,
it?
yeah.
On the wedding tip as well. So good.
Oh, yeah. See what he did there?
Yeah.
Pulling it round.
Pulling it around, love.
In the wedding, I don't watch wedding films. So just they give
have
the
you seen
wrong
Bridesmaids?
impression.
You must have seen
You have seen
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids,
Oh, yeah,
surely.
yeah.
Right.
But they definitely give the wrong impression of the wedding industry. It is very much not like the wedding planner or any of those.
So obviously having a new baby, going on holiday is difficult also.
Have you been on holiday with
Not yet. We are just sorting a passport though.
little
so
boy you've got?
hopefully-
Is that right? What's his
Yeah.
name? We should-
Archie.
Archie.
Yeah. Little legend.
Cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, going on holiday with child is not always easy.
No.
Let's say he's staying at home with the grandparents.
Tempting.
Where would you be going on holiday?
So we want to go back to Barbados. We were actually stuck out there when COVID hit.
Oh my God.
And didn't get to do like all the stuff that we wanted to
Yeah.
do. It was our second time out there, but we still had a lot of stuff we wanted to kind of finish. Not finish, but do out there. So I would love to go back. And actually taking him out there would be quite nice. as
Yeah,
well.
that would
Like,
be lovely.
the
I say
animals
that
and
like it's
everything.
hard to, we've got 2 kids as well, and the thought of going away with them is like, oh yeah, and then you think, oh no, I can't leave them.
Yeah.
But Barbados, that's a pretty cool place to get stuck.
So
Stressful at the time.
how long
Yeah,
were you
I
stuck
can
there
imagine.
for?
Only a few days. I make it sound
Okay.
really dramatic.
So,
it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't like, yeah, right.
And a friend of ours had a house out there. So we were kind of on the East Coast in the countryside with the monkeys next to us in this forest. And just told that the flights were all cancelled, just stay kind of put. So yeah, a couple of days we hung out there.
Amazing.
And
Wow.
we got a rescue flight back then. But it was
Rescue flight. That
Otherwise,
does
would you,
sound
would you have
dramatic, I
been
like
like
it.
actually stuck out there for
I think
pretty
they
much
would have
locked down?
always got us back.
Right, okay.
But it was just working out like how many,
How?
because there was obviously the whole island. They had to get on planes and get out of there as quick as they could. So yeah, it was a bit of a crazy time, but good fun.
Goodness me.
There's
All right,
worse
so
places
that-
to be stuck in the world.
I know. Well, I'm actually going to Barbados for the first time in
exciting.
October. So
Yeah.
we've got a job out there, haven't we? Well, I
we
say
have,
we.
yes. Yeah.
They
Am I
need,
going?
I say we.
Anyone else?
They don't need a drummer, unfortunately.
kidding me?
So
Oh
Ryan
my
plays the
God.
drums, by the way. So I'll be going to.
You
and
didn't
I've
tell
heard-
me that.
I've
You didn't tell
heard,
me that. That's the first time you're hearing that. Thanks, Ev.
well, I'm off. Don't worry. The Lone Star is where we're
I
playing.
was
Did
just
you
about to say that is my favourite restaurant in the world.
stop? I've heard so
I
much about it.
adore that place. When you walk in and walk down the steps and you've just got this, it's white and blue and you've got the ocean view. They do very good cocktails in there as well.
Okay,
So,
I'm sure I'll sample one or
yeah.
two.
No.
Sounds
this is
great.
what I like. I like to know like little secrets like that. You've just said that's your favourite restaurant in the
Yeah.
world. Any others? Is there anywhere else in the world that you've been and you're like, I have to go back there? It was amazing. I like to know these recommendations.
No.
No.
It's going to be really boring there.
No,
aren't I?
Lone Star's great. We've got a tip. That's
Yeah,
a
no,
tip
Lone
for our
Star,
listeners, for our
definitely
thousands
enjoy
of
that.
listeners.
You can tell me what it's like, Suze.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, you could come, but they just don't need
Probably
you to
should.
perform. So
We can go?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's go. I'm
I mean,
all
yeah.
in. I'm all in.
Okay, so you've been to Barbados. You got stuck there. It's very dramatic.
But what about, I mean, you don't have to go abroad, do we, all the time? Anywhere in Wales you particularly
Staycation?
like?
I love North Wales. I think it's just so dramatic, like the Snowdonia area
beautiful.
and stuff up there. We've got some great beaches down
Yes.
south as well. My parents own a holiday let business in Wales. So,
Do
you know,
they?
Holiday in Bracken.
Okay, what's
If
it
anyone
called?
needs to know, Holiday
in
in Bracken.
Brecon, all right.
Okay.
That's a great name because I was
So,
like,
yeah, you
oh,
can
what's it
remember
called?
that
Holiday in Brecon.
Mum will love me dropping that one in.
Where is it? Brecon. Oh, that's great. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, everyone check that out. Because, you know, we are so lucky. We've got these beautiful beaches. We're filming this podcast here in Port Talbot and I love our beach here, Aberavon. Like,
Oh, it's a gorgeous beach.
yeah,
It's huge.
it's incredible. And we are very guilty of not venturing further west, those beautiful beaches. I think when we're courting, perhaps, you took me to
Yeah,
the
when he was
beach.
courting me, yeah.
When he was wooing me, we went to the. But we should spend more time in Wales, in our gorgeous beaches, because it is incredible.
We've got a camper and go down like West Wales and things, and it is just amazing to like. I say we steal our friend's camper van. It's not actually ours.
Sounded so glam that we've got a camper van.
No, we steal our friends. But yeah, it's just gorgeous down there.
Where's your go-to beach?
I knew you were going to ask this, and I can't even think of the name.
The nice one.
Yeah,
the nice really one. Nice one in West. Yeah. No, it's great. We must do that more. We end up these days in like Folly Farm and
that's
all the good stuff, don't we, with the kids?
Kids, say no more. That'll be. Have you been to Folly Farm?
Of course, she has.
I think everyone has to go to Folly Farm, don't they?
Yeah.
Has Archie been?
Yes.
Yes.
Big time.
Did it blow his mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any animals.
So if I know that as a wedding planner, you are working incredibly long days sometimes. There's all the prep in advance, which is all the admin, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. What do you do to unwind? Do you ever get a chance to unwind after that busy day that you have, after the wedding? What's your thing to do to get back in the zone and chill?
I'm going to be really exciting. I love coming home and having a cup of tea.
You are rock and roll.
It might be like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But I come in, the house is silent, make a cup of tea, sit on the sofa for like half an hour.
And just
because the bands are being quite loud and the music. And it is just nice to have a couple of moments by yourself. It's lovely.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, mine would probably be a glass of wine rather than a cup of tea. But even that, like, we don't even do that really anymore. We end up in a travel lodge.
Yeah. You have quite a lot of travelling with your side of it.
Yeah, we do a lot of travelling. Yeah, we do.
And it is like we're in the bands.
Yeah.
So it's very bloody loud. Yeah. But bands, come on then, you must have the scoop. And you don't have to say a Music HQ band, but you do. But if you don't, you must have seen a lot of bands.
I do, yeah.
Who's your fave?
I do love the Music HQ band.
Oh God!
I mean,
thank you.
Honest, I think I work with you guys the most, which is really nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
But yeah, like Festival Heart.
Yeah,
I love those
they
guys.
So good.
Summer Sun.
Yeah,
like they're just all lovely people.
Yeah.
You have good bands. Like I'm not just plugging this because you guys are here.
We'll take it.
You do have really nice people. They're genuine. They turn up. They're always good and professional.
Yeah.
Thank
Audio
Sugar I work with a lot as well.
Yeah.
Name drop a couple of them.
Yeah, thank you. No, it is good. I'm glad we slipped that in. I know it's not about self-promotion here today, but it is nice. And I think that's what's beautiful when you do work with people often. You know what you're getting, we know what we're getting, and it just makes the whole thing on the day just run that much smoother, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they've become friends. Like, it's really nice on a wedding day and you see a list of who you're working with.
Yeah.
And it's people who you know. You don't have to like do all those introductions. We all know how each other works. And it's great.
Beautiful. Teamwork makes the dream work.
This podcast is brought to you by Music HQ, the largest and dare I say loveliest provider of live wedding bands in South Wales and the South West. So, get in touch and chat with one of our wedding music experts about your big day. Now on with the podcast. Now, I'm looking at our list of questions here, and there's one that we've skipped.
Go on.
It's one of my faves. It's just, what would you do with a lottery win?
I hate this question.
Okay, next.
Let's not be like
no, come on.
Nothing too serious. Let's make it like.
Of course, we look after charities and families and everything.
Yeah, let's play through the scenario.
No, not
right?
that kind of. Okay, yes.
Let's play through the scenario. You wake up Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. Maybe you open your phone as a little
notification,
and it says you've won, and you look in, and it's massive.
We'll sort the charity out later.
What do you do next?
That goes without saying.
What is your next move?
Oh, it's either buy a really nice house.
Yeah.
Like, I've always
had
a
on that
dream.
Day, on the Sunday morning?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Just
Walk in and buy it.
Okay.
I can make quick decisions when I need to.
Yeah.
She
has to. She's a wedding planner.
Yeah, I've always wanted this dream house, like on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Oh.
Always had it in my head. So, yeah, buy that.
Manifest.
I think it'd be the standard books and flights somewhere really nice.
Nice.
And just go somewhere and like let that soak in. Like, can you imagine winning that much money?
Yes.
You've thought about this, haven't
yes.
you?
A lot.
You have a much better answer than me, don't you?
No, I really don't have a better answer. win the lottery. But so you would your house on the cliff face. Have you have you got a spot in mind? Is it West Wales? Is it North Wales?
Never
is it somewhere
found
else?
where it's actually going to be.
Yeah.
Never seen the house, but I've got this really clear image. And my partner always laughs at me because I've got a thing about water. I love water.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like a massive lake or ideally the sea.
Yeah.
But not too far from civilization. Because I love
I'm visualising Porthcawl for you. Have you been there lately?
Yeah, it's getting really good down there, actually.
And we took our little boy to play football. And where was it?
It was just the front, just on the front there.
What's that area called? Rest Bay, is it?
They've got a big area there.
And I'm seeing you there.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
So we get you to Rest Bay, and then she's booking her flights to Barbados, or are you going to go somewhere else? Mix it up.
Oh, I don't know. Need to mix it up, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Caribbean's lovely, but there's plenty of places in the world to go see. And I think I want to do quite a few different things. Like, I'd love to go to India. I'd love to, like, China and places like that as well. See a bit of culture.
I've got a terrible story about China. Shall I tell you it?
I think you should absolutely tell it.
Oh, it's awful. I hate myself.
You're going to fully put me off now, aren't you?
No, it's nothing to do with China. Was incredible. It was incredible, and I would definitely recommend going. I shouldn't tell this story.
Just
really.
quickly, go on, get it out. I can always cut it out.
Okay, so I was on tour, and we all had a few drinks the night before, and then went to the Great Wall of China. And I was so hungover, I didn't walk up the Great Wall of China. I sat on the steps with a slush puppy.
Oh no!
It's embarrassing,
I think
isn't
that
it?
gives you quite the insight, doesn't it?
I'm ashamed of
classy
myself.
moment in your life,
I mean, it was a good night the night before, and I seen it, and the wall was looked beautiful, and the slush was really nice.
It's quite well built, actually.
But yeah, I would really recommend China and India as well. We've been to India, luckily enough, with work, and it was so vibrant. We went to Mumbai. We had curry for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which was incredible.
Which I could get used to.
And the rickshaws and the it was just vibrant, wasn't it? And buzzy. It was incredible. So I'd like to spend some more time there as well. So yeah, when we win the lottery, we'll join you. Let's all go.
And a lot of veggie. So like, I feel like they do really good food.
Oh
out
my
there.
God. All of the food was veggie.
Amazing.
It was all veggie and it was delicious. So you're a vegetarian as well. See, we're learning loads of good
it's all
stuff
coming out,
here.
see?
I love it. Okay, so if you weren't a wedding planner, what do you think you would have been? I know you had a degree in dance, you mentioned.
Yeah, when I went to do dance, I always wanted to teach. Like, I wasn't going to be a performer. Like, there's certain levels you need to get to for performing, and that wasn't where I wanted to go. So I always wanted to teach. But throughout the 3 years of my degree, realised that I didn't actually like teaching.
You hate kids.
Yeah, the idea of teaching kids who didn't want to do dance, not fun. And I went into sales after that. I was doing logistics sales, so like shipping freight around the world, which is like a really, as I said in the introduction, mind-numbing, not a fun place to be. So yeah, I kind of have had a weird kind of array of jobs. I don't really know what I would be doing. Weddings kind of just happened.
Yeah.
And I fell back into it after doing it when I was younger. And then one Friday, my old boss called me and said, "Do you want this job?" And I was sat in a car park in South Wales somewhere, hating my job at that moment. So took the position and went back. And yeah, I can't really imagine doing anything else now.
No.
It's where I've
We
always
are
seen
lucky,
myself.
aren't we?
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
You know, all of those things, like you say, it was mind-numbing and all that. But that sometimes that discipline of having to, the spreadsheets probably and the organisation and learning those skills maybe has made you so good at what you do today. So all that...
Yeah. Everything always helps. There's always something I've learned from every position I've had, every job. But I'm by far the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoy getting up and going to work.
Yeah.
And but even that dancing stuff, you say you're not going to be a performer. Being a wedding planner, you have to be full of energy.
Yeah.
You have to, in a way, kind of perform.
Yeah.
And
No
make sure
matter
everything,
how
even
you're
if
feeling.
anything's going terribly wrong,
Yeah.
which sometimes it does.
Yep.
You're
calm. And you can just walk into a situation and not make it worse by being
It's such an important skill.
I don't know whether to ask this question, but have you ever had anything go really wrong?
I nearly had a bride set herself on fire walking down the aisle once.
In protest?
It didn't.
That's pretty bad.
It was this gorgeous big staircase, and she wanted these candles on either side, which were on plinths. And I was like, you've got a big dress, the veil. Like, as you come around that corner, they're going to catch. And she was insistent of having it. So I was literally stood at the top of the stairs ready to run if this moment happened.
With a fire extinguisher.
And it did. It caught
You're
the bottom of
kidding.
it. The candle rolled over the back of her dress and just rolled to the side and went out. And I've literally never stood there and held my breath as much as I did in that moment, because dresses are flammable. Like, there's a lot going on, and yeah.
Oh my God. But
Drop
you were
and
there.
roll, drop and roll.
Yeah, that's not what you want on your entrance, is it?
God.
And also,
But-
I didn't want to run in and ruin the entrance if it wasn't going to be
you
a
gave
fire.
the bride her freedom.
So I just stood there
you were
like,
just there prepared. Oh my God, imagine that.
Yeah.
Have you got your little bag of tricks so that if anything goes, so, you know, the dress rips, you've got your pins in the bag, you've got the deodorant, you've got the makeup wipes.
Yeah, I've got a
I
bag
love
that I can barely carry anymore that I like drag in and plonk somewhere in a venue. And I've got my really sexy bum bag that like
Fanny
comes
pack,
with me everywhere.
we like to call it.
Okay, we'll go for that word. That has as much in it as I can manage. Like, I always love it. If someone turns around to me in the moment and they need something desperately, I really want to be able to have it on me that second.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a mission to make sure I
But
have
again,
it.
that comes from experience. You know
Yeah.
every eventuality that can happen. And that, again, is the beauty of having a wedding planner, an expert there, so that if anything goes wrong, the likelihood is you've got it in
Yeah.
your bum bag.
I do.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's your pet hate? And it could be anything, not
At
wedding
weddings or
related.
life?
Either or, maybe both.
Life.
Life and weddings.
And weddings, yeah, come on.
Pet hates.
Rude people.
Yes.
Like, I know
Mine
that's
too.
like a big thing anyway.
I'm
but
with you on that.
I just can't stand people who are just rude. Like, my job on the day is to bring everyone together and make stuff happen. Like, it's all about working together. And every now and then, and most people are nice in the wedding industry, but every now and then you get someone who is just stubborn. They do things their way. They're not going to change for anyone else.
You mean vendors?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm not
really?
naming
Name and shame,
names.
name and shame. This is
not
the
the
good
way.
stuff.
Yeah, we get finally.
Or I get like a really rude guest. Or
Yeah.
they've had
Oh.
too much to drink, and it doesn't matter what I've done all day or how good I've been. They
Yeah.
get something in their brain, and it's not logical at that point in the day.
Yeah.
And they just go off on one, and you're just like, give me strength.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking, that really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we all know how hard we work, but,
Yeah.
you know, from time to time these things
So I
do
guess
happen.
that does cover both, really, in life and weddings.
Yeah.
Rude people.
Yeah. Can't be dealing with rude people in life. Just be nice to people.
No.
That's what it's all about.
I agree. It's much nicer when you work with nice people, isn't it? Again, that comes down to that thing when you work with people that you know and you've got your black book of
Yeah.
nice folk, you know, they're not going to be, I want to know who's nasty to you.
I've got
I
like
wanna
a
know
very,
and
very
share.
small black book of people I won't work with, but there's
Oh,
that you won't
very
work with?
few.
No,
I'm
really?
not doing this on here.
Really?
Yeah, no, you're not getting out of me.
We'll edit it out.
Nobody's going to watch this, so it'll be okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
think, to be
fine.
honest.
Laura gets cancelled from the wedding industry
Yeah.
after one podcast.
Who? Right, okay, so we've kind of covered that you're a dancer, but have you got any other hidden talents that might surprise people?
Not many people know of my saxophone and musical background.
Say what?
Yeah.
Saxophone?
I do, saxophone. I was mainly clarinet to start with. Kind of did all that, all the grades, all the, you know, the Mozarts and all the fancy stuff. And then I picked up saxophone because it's more fun. Like, you can do
Sexy
so much
sax.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that for a long time. I played in a band with some friends.
I mean, I read that out, didn't I? And I skimmed over. You've played in a band.
I have played in a band.
Well, like gigs and everything.
Yeah. Like, it was mainly word of mouth. Like, we're not taking on you guys at all. Like, I feel really weird calling myself a musician in front of you two. But yeah, I did a few wedding gigs. I mean, it's one of the most fun jobs
It's
in the wedding
so
industry.
fun, yeah.
It's so good. And we have a dance and a laugh.
Yeah.
and-
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long ago are we talking? Is this
10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while now. Randomly, some friends found out, they already had a band, and they found out that I had played saxophone. And suddenly I was like bundled into the back of this van with all these guys that I just met. And we went
And
to
you were on
West
tour?
Wales.
Sounds awesome.
You were
Yeah,
on
we went to
tour.
St David's and played this wedding.
a world tour of West Wales?
And that was the last thing. I played in it for quite a while. And then we all kind of dispersed a bit, and kids and families and life takes over. And I haven't played in a long time.
Well, I'm always looking for female saxophone players.
Have
so
you still
I
got
think
your
it's
saxophone?
should we do a shout out?
Have you still got your sax? Have you still got it?
My saxophone was melted in a fire.
Stop!
As you do, yeah.
Tell us more about that.
We
What
had
the
a house
hell?
fire. The same week I gave birth to my child. Like,
Oh my God.
Very dramatic life here. But yeah, our next door neighbour set fire to their house and it kind of destroyed ours as well. But my saxophone was in the attic, so got melted in the process because it set on fire up there. And it kind of made me feel like I was never going to play again. But I really,
It was like the end of the story. It's melted now, that's it.
Am I going to go and buy a saxophone? Like, I haven't played it in years.
I think you should.
But, shout out on here, if anyone teaches saxophone.
Anyone got a spare sax?
Can they come and
Laura
teach
Beth?
me? Like, that would be fun.
So you're looking for a saxophone teacher and saxophone.
I
and I'm looking for a female saxophone player. So this
all works.
Wow, that's a very cool skill.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Wow.
I
love
miss
that.
it. Like, I loved my musical background. Like, I did A-levels in music and everything. Like, I was really into it. But yeah, I feel like paths just move on, don't they, and change. But maybe I need to come back.
I'm finding lately that the full circle thing keeps happening. And you put that on the back burner and then all of a sudden you're like, it's going to come good again. So
I feel like it's like a bucket list item that I need to play sax.
I was going to ask you about a bucket list, actually. Yeah. She's going to join Music HQ.
All those spare Saturdays that I've got.
What are you doing next Saturday, actually?
I can learn quick.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to know, let's get back onto more wedding-related stuff. If you had any tips for anyone listening about things to take into consideration when hiring a wedding planner, what tips have you got for us?
I think you'll know if it's the thing you want. Like, some people do not want a wedding planner. And it's working out how much involvement you want in your plans. Are you really happy going out and planning yourselves? In which case, maybe you don't need the wedding planning side. And you just need someone to bring it together at the end.
You do that, though, as well, don't you?
Yeah, so mainly my role is I'm more of a coordinator.
Right.
So I get involved and I do more than just coordination. Like, I do, I support my brides right through the planning process with recommendations, timeline planning and everything.
Yeah.
But I let them go and plan themselves, because most of my clients love that part of it.
Yeah.
And they want to build connections with their suppliers too.
Yeah.
And then I'll step in and kind of bring it all together at the end. And I think it's just knowing what's out there, what's on offer, because everyone thinks about wedding planners being like £10,000-20,000 to hire a wedding planner. But there are other ways of doing it as well, or like I offer a service that is a bit more affordable to some brides, where it's not full wedding planning, it's a little bit in between.
So like on the day coordination, that kind
on
of
the
thing.
day, in the lead up to it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And most people end up booking me either 18 months, 2 years in advance because they know they want me, or very last minute because they suddenly panic of, oh my goodness, we need to bring all
on-the-day
this
coordination
together.
thing.
I mean,
I think
we
it's
had
so
someone,
important.
didn't we? A friend kind of just kept an eye on everything, and it was a game changer.
I think it's so important for you as a couple, like
important.
Switch off.
Otherwise,
enjoy
you've
it.
got to be thinking about all of those things. And, often there's a coordinator at the venue as well, but I still think having those extra pair of eyes and ears and hands is money well spent.
It's definitely a very different role, like venue coordinator, and I've been a venue coordinator. That's what I did for a long time, and it is a different role. They are very much concerned about the venue. Whereas when someone employs me, I'm employed by the couple. I want to be there with them. I don't care what's going on in the back of the venue. I want to know what comes out and how it affects your day and how you feel. So,
So if you would describe your business in one sentence, can you sum it up in one sentence?
I keep getting caught. It's really cheesy. And this isn't me that came up with this. People keep calling me a wedding fairy godmother.
Oh my God.
I
That's
feel
great.
very big-headed saying that, but it is kind of just that person who'll just turn up and just help you and like take the stress off and really care. Like, you need your shoes that are up in that room, I'm going to go and get them for you.
Amazing.
One of your family members needs a taxi or a cup of tea or whatever, I'll go and sort that out for you. Like, I like to be that person who just makes everything just right for everyone.
That is, I mean, you couldn't have said it better. That's a brilliant sentence to sum you up.
Maybe I need to put that in my marketing.
Get it on there, girl.
In there.
But that's it. And I do think, all of those things on the day, someone's got to do, otherwise you're doing it as a bride or a groom or whatever. So it's just very godmother.
And even, you don't want your bride,
bridesmaids doing it either.
You want them to enjoy
just
some
have the
drinks.
makeup done. You don't want them to get sweaty.
The groomsmen don't pay attention anyway.
No. They're on the shots at 10 a.m. So
yeah.
Okay,
Come
so
and hire me.
if people want to discover you online, where can they find you? What's your website and your Instagram handle?
So I am laurabeth.co.uk is my website, which I'm doing a new one soon. So it'll look all nice and fancy. Instagram, like that's where everything is, isn't it? laurabeth_events for that one. And I also have a YouTube channel. Which
yeah.
There you go.
I need to get up and running again. So it's a little bit older content on there. It's been about 2 years. But just search Laura Beth Wedding Planner on YouTube. And
Amazing.
I think there's like 60 odd videos on there of just tips and stuff.
And they're great tips, I
really,
believe.
really helpful. Still people to this day discovering it and messaging me and wanting more content. So, yeah.
Amazing.
That's the goal this year, try and get back on
Laura Beth, it's been an absolute pleasure
You've been
having
such a wonderful guest. Thank you so much.
our wedding fairy godmother here with us today. So we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know if I'm waving.